谢谢发言人法新社。
AFP. This week, 18 Pacific Island countries are holding a 3-day summit in Tokyo. A statement was issued saying that they oppose any attempts to unilaterally change the status quo through force or coercion. Did China notice this statement, and what's China's comment?
没有看到。
I haven't seen the statement you mentioned. Let me say broadly, the cooperation between Japan and the Pacific Island countries should be conducive to the economic growth and improvement of livelihood of these countries, the mutual understanding and trust between regional countries, and the stability, development, and prosperity in the region. Next one, please.
谢谢欢迎您。光读者提问。
Kyoto News. ASEAN Foreign Ministers meeting will be held next week in Laos. Will Foreign Minister Wang Yi attend the meeting? Will he meet with Japanese Foreign Minister on the margins of the meeting?
又可以提供。
Now I have nothing new to add. Next one, please.
发言人你好，俄通塔斯社记者提。
TASS. Yesterday, Russian Foreign Minister Lavrov at the UN issued a speech on the Middle East issue. He said that the top priority now is to hold a meeting of all external actors that influence various groups in the Gaza Strip and in the West Bank, and that will be able to help overcome the schisms in Palestinian ranks. Was China's comment, and what has China done recently in resolving the conflict?
中方认为，
China believes that under the current circumstances, promoting the realization of Palestine's internal reconciliation and solidarity is conducive to the just cause of the Palestinian people, and to the comprehensive, just, and lasting solution to the question of Palestine at an early date. China always supports Palestinian factions in enhancing solidarity. We have already and will continue to make active efforts to this end. Next one, please.
发言人好，新华社记者提问。据越南外。
Xinhua News Agency, according to the Vietnamese Foreign Ministry, Vietnam yesterday presented to the UN Commission on the Limits of the Continental Shelf its submission on the limits of extended continental shelf in the South China Sea. On the same day, Vietnam submitted opposition to the UN regarding the Philippines submission last month. Was China's comment?
越南
Vietnam unilaterally presented to the CLCS its submission on the limits of the extended continental shelf in the South China Sea. Its claims cover parts of China's Nansha Qundao, which infringes on China's territorial sovereignty and maritime rights and interests, violates international law, including the UN Charter and UNCLOS, goes against the agreement on basic principles guarding the settlement of the sea-related issues between China and Vietnam and the Declaration on the Conduct of Parties, jointly signed by China and ASEAN countries, including Vietnam, firmly opposes it and have made serious protests to Vietnam. Let me stress that according to the rules of procedure of the CLCS, submission will not be considered where a dispute exists, which means the CLCS will not examine or qualify relevant submissions. Such submissions don't have any practical effect and will only accentuate differences and exacerbate frictions, which will in no way help resolve these disputes. China will remain committed to properly handling disputes in the South China Sea through dialogue and consultation with relevant parties.
Kyoto News. You just said that Canadian Foreign Minister will visit China soon. Will Foreign Minister Wang Yi, what will be discussed between the two foreign ministers? Can you offer us more details?
侨律外长访华期间，
During his visit, the two sides will have an in-depth communication on the bilateral relations and the issues of mutual concern in order to improve and grow the bilateral relations. Next one, please.
还有其他问题吗？
Anything else?
好，那今天的记者会到此结束。谢
Then let's call it a day. Thank you very much.